On the 8th of March this year, women right across the globe will mark the centenary of International Women's Day. I'd like to thank and pay tribute to UN Women Australia, who work so hard for the advancement of global efforts to promote gender equality. Of course, International Women's Day is a great time to celebrate how far we've come, the tremendous progress that's been made by women and for women in the past 100 years. It's a time to pay our enormous gratitude to those who worked and fought to ensure that as women we can enjoy the rights that we do today. But it's also a time that we can take stock of the barriers that continue to exist between women and men. While we've seen significant gains for women in terms of participation in the workforce and economic security, we know that there are still massive challenges ahead. Challenges of pay equity, the glass ceiling, the very low numbers of women on boards, of cultures within workplaces that are not conducive to women's advancement, and the fact that women continue to shoulder the overwhelming burden of unpaid work. Each of these challenges can and must be addressed. The reality is, though, that women can only ever fully participate in employment and other aspects of community life if we're free from the appalling levels of violence that continue to persist in our country. The statistics are shocking. 1 in 3 Australian women experiencing physical violence since the age of 15. Almost 1 in 5 has experienced sexual violence. As an organisation that works to address the status of women across national borders, many of you will be aware that in other parts of the world, and particularly in our region, the figures can often be so much worse. Last month, I launched Australia's new National Plan to Reduce Violence Against Women and Children. It's the first time that our entire nation has come together. The Commonwealth Government and every state and territory government, regardless of political persuasion, to take action to eliminate violence against women in a coordinated and in a determined way. But of course, now we must all use this framework to ensure real results and finally put an end to the horrendous violence that too many women in Australia continue to face. We've made real progress on a number of initiatives that are now moving us further towards gender equality. We've implemented our nation's first ever paid parental leave scheme, we've more than doubled childcare affordability assistance, and we've created an employment framework that affords women fair rights in the workplace. But we all know that there is still so much more to do. I really look forward to working closely with UN Women to progress our agenda to improve women's safety, women's economic security, and to enhance gender equity into the future. But for now, let's stop and enjoy a happy International Women's Day. And may we all work together to ensure that the next 100 years bring even more advances for women right across the world.